So that's kind of how I got my start before I went to college. And I decided very early on that I wanted to write music for films. I used to listen to like the Star Wars soundtracks and the Star Trek like Rathacon and Batman and all this stuff when I was a teenager, alongside listening to like Nine Inch Nails and Nirvana and Primus and Tool and all this stuff. So the John Williams kind of style of soundtrack was always a big influence on me. So I decided to pursue this as a career, and I went to college in. I'm actually from Canada. I was born and raised in a town called London, Ontario. And in London, there's a college called Fanshawe College, and I took a course there called Music Industry Arts. And basically, it's a two-year program. You learn recording engineering and production, and it's world-renowned. Like a lot of big-name engineers, producers, and artists have all graduated from there. The main professor is a fellow named Jack Richardson, who's the Guess Who, American Woman, just off the top of my head. But he produced all kinds of Michael Bolton and all kinds of people over the years. So, really cool experience. And when I was there at college, I met two of my current business partners, Dave Lee and another named Frank. And we quickly decided after college was over to basically start our own company in Toronto, which is, I'm not sure where Toronto, but pretty major, Hollywood North. There's a lot of film production there, so we started a company right in the right place at the right time. And that was 16 years ago, and we're still writing music. Now, not every, but quite a few people told us not to do this, and there was kind of it was a pretty big risk on our part, but luckily it all panned out, and we have good careers because of it. We've since added our partner named Graham Corns, who I actually went to high school with. So all four of the guys I've known for like half my life more, and we've just been really fortunate to kind of parlay our friendship and talent into a career. Real quick, I may have to IMDb myself here. One sec. Because I can't remember all. This sounds totally cheesy. But I can't remember all of the shows that I've worked on because we get very busy. So I'm just Googling myself here. Give me one sec. I know, it's true though. Okay, so
IMDb and check on your resume a bit.
Yeah, so you already checked it out. Nice. Well, yeah, it's funny because, yes, since 2001 I have about 57 credits, which is nothing to sneeze at. So the main show that we work on right now, or kind of the show that's the closest to my heart, is a show called Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. And that is, are you familiar with Mr. Rogers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, so this is like the sequel to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood that we all watched when we were kids. And it's on PBS, and it's pretty massive. I mean, Mr. Rogers was like a massive influence when I was a little kid. So, and that's the show that basically, I'd say millions of kids watch it every day, and it's really close to my heart because we're really helping educate kids, and we're really doing we're having a real positive influence on kids in the world. And there's no me than being able to accomplish that with music, So that's the one that's kind of my favorite right now, and the one that we're probably best known for. But we've also done George of the Jungle. We've done the Total Drama franchise that was on Cartoon Network for a number of years. We've done... there's a big show on now called Paw Patrol, which is, from what I understand, it's a massive hit. Like on a lane the other day, and the kid behind me had a Paw Patrol knapsack. So that's how I kind of knew that it was that it was a success, because I'm not totally hanging around with 7-year-olds, So, yeah. So, and then we've done a bunch of other kind of random stuff. Some shows on Disney. Maybe there's a vampire. Some more Cartoon Network stuff like Stoked, Almost Naked Animals. I'm just scrolling down the thing here. So yeah, we're pretty busy, and it's a very rewarding experience. So I work from home, and I have a home studio here, which doesn't suck. So I work from home. I have a Spider. How old is there a boy you have?
She's a little girl, and she's going to be almost 2. She's going to be 2 in October. She has seen... Oh, yeah. She's crazy right now. She just learned how to say Brachiosaurus.
Oh, wow. That's
words.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's going to be smarter than me. It's going to be insane.
That's how I feel about my son, too. He's already smarter than me. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, she watches Dinosaur Train right now. That's her big favorite. Okay. She's seen a little bit of Daniel Tiger, although she hasn't watched it in a while. But we're going to try to get her back on some of those educational shows again. Nice. Now that she's learning so much, that she's good and prepared for when she goes off to school and everything.
That's great. Okay, so you're familiar with Daniel Tiger. So you've seen like how each episode has a couple of songs in it, right? Where they all the characters sing the songs, right? So that's kind of what I was talking about before. About it's very we're making a difference kind of with our music, because we're not just doing a John Williams soundtrack. We're actually writing songs that, like, I'm out at Walmart or whatever, out and about in the world, and some little kid sing the song to his mom or dad, So
it's really the songs that kind of stick with.
Exactly. So we're in a real, really fortunate, unique situation right now. And the other thing I would say too, that we're very fortunate as a company. By the way, the name of the company is called Voodoo Highway. I like that. I like that name. We were sitting in a room for 2 days trying to come up with names in 2000, right? In January 2000. Trying to come up with names, couldn't come up with anything, and then Dave came up with Voodoo Highway, just like boom. It was like 3 days later or something. He just called us. He's like, "I've got it." We never looked back. It's hard to come up with names, though, isn't it? Like,
yeah, definitely.
This is cool. I'm not super happy with that, even myself. But you know what I'm going to do is look at other band name or other company or band names and see how many bad ones there are. And then you kind of realize, hey, Kisses Kill isn't that bad, or whatever.
There's some horrible names and titles out there floating around that are insanely popular.
I know. I can't believe it, man. With a Dead Mouse, but I always call him Dead Mouth 5 because I didn't know. I didn't know for like.
I got to perform when he was actually here in Seattle. We used to be part of the USC, the Super Geek League used to be. Okay. And he was actually out here last Halloween for Lucky 13. And he was great, but his attitude sucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's not all that cracked up to be, so.
I'm surprised, because isn't he Canadian?
I don't know, but I thought he was like
He's
awesome.
He's from Toronto.
I thought he was awesome until I heard how rude he was to a lot of people. Then again, when USC moved Lucky 13 from what's that place? WAMU to Kingdom. Kingdom was a lot smaller venue than WAMU, and so it was packed. They didn't know how to work it correctly, so the first time having it there, and you can hear the DJs go back and forth between. There's 2 stages in one side, and then the one way in the back. So the 2 stages were going back and forth. You can actually hear them between songs. So that's what he was complaining about.
Yeah, I get that. I'd complain about that too. Yeah. Still, though, remind me too, because that's funny. I was just talking to someone. I just had a run-in. I don't like to meet famous musicians that I admire in case they're jerks. Yeah. And I just had a funny story. Remind me to tell you later in the show. I'll funny story.
Got it. Okay.
What was I talking about a second ago though? Daniel Tiger. Da da da.
Yeah. Bookmark that real quick, you guys. I gotta take a small little break.
Do it.
Okay, but before we do, I have your song moving up right now. So tell us about that song right there. 'Cause I've been playing that song like ever since I've known you, which is like 7 months.
Well, the first thing I'll say about that, I'm aware that it's the very first song from the very first episode of this podcast that you ever broadcast.
Yep.
See, I know. I do my homework.
Listen to you.
And that's a good way. By the way, I thought that I even wrote about it on Facebook. I thought that was a really great way to get things started because it kind of kicks off with a bang. Yeah. And the song is literally about moving. I wrote it when I bought it and I was moving, and I actually think that that's a wonderful metaphor. You'll hear in there, "It's time for a change," I think is one of the lyrics, right? Mm-hmm. So there you go. And it's one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorites too, because when I was looking at your music on Music Summit, this is a song that caught my attention, and so I went after you. He's like, "Yeah, I want you."
Nice, awesome. Well, that's why I put it first, because it sets you bang that side of your head.
All right, guys. Here is Moving. We'll be right back with more Kiss is Kill. Let's talk about the music.